Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm so sorry for disappearing for like 3 months. A lot has happened since then. I have a lot of reasons, to be honest. So exams happened, it was results day, so I was also really nervous for that. I wanted to take the holidays off to be around my family, and then since then a lot has happened, so I'm so sorry for disappearing, but I'm back now and hopefully more consistently. And today I chose a very simple, very easy cake slash bread recipe. It's a gluten-free recipe, so very celiac friendly. It tastes so good. It is very customizable and very simple to make, very few ingredients, so let's show you guys. To make this bread cake hybrid, here we have a combination of 300 grams of oats, the rolled oats kind. Here we're going to have to split them, so 150 grams we will blend it, and 150 grams we will add to it hot water. Here we have about 200 grams of mascarpone cheese. You can use yogurt instead, we just have this around. 2 tablespoons of oil, 50 grams of toasted mixed seeds, 2 eggs, 15 grams of baking powder. Here we have a pinch of salt and a little bit of cinnamon, and some hot water, about 150 milliliters to be exact. In our first step, we're going to take one of the batches of oats, 150 grams, and we're going to add to it 150 milliliters of hot water. Make sure that it is hot. We're going to mix it around. So once we've mixed it, we're going to just let it soak for a bit, and we're going to blend the other 150 grams. And now we're going to blend the other 150 grams. Now that we've blended it, we're going to add it back into its bowl. And this is the consistency that we're looking for, a very fine consistency. For the mix of seeds that I have here, I'm just using this one. It's a toasted mix of seeds, and it has over here toasted sesame seeds, flax seeds, buckwheat, chia seeds, and salt. But it's optional. You can use any sort of seeds that you want. It's up to you. It's a very customizable recipe. Our next step involves mixing in the wet ingredients. So in a large mixing bowl, we're going to add the eggs. We will also be adding in the oil. And we're just going to whisk this together for a bit. And we'll also be adding in a pinch of salt. But I'll be using like 2 pinches because I have very small fingers. And we're just going to whisk it before adding in the mascarpone cheese. Now, as I mentioned before, you can also add the yogurt, but since we have the mascarpone cheese, we're just going to use it. And we're going to break it down. Once mixed in, and when we get a smooth consistency, we're going to add in the oats that have been soaking in hot water. And we're just going to mix it together. I switched spoons because it was very small. I don't know why I decided to mix with that one. But now we're going to add in the seeds. But we're going to leave a little bit for garnish, or like just to put on top. I'm just going to leave about this much, I think. And we'll add in the cinnamon as well. This is about half a teaspoon. And we're going to mix again. So once I've mixed everything in, the cinnamon has made it smell so good. We're going to slowly add in the blended oats, or the oat flour, I guess you can call it. Now that we've mixed in the blended oats, we're going to add in the baking powder and we're going to lightly mix it. And this is the consistency that we're looking for, something that is bread-like. We've lined the tray with parchment paper and greased it a bit to avoid the sticking situation. And now we're just going to pour the cake, the bread into the tray. And now we're just going to try and spread it out evenly on the tray. I've tried to even it out as much as possible, and now we're just going to tap it against the surface to avoid any bubbles, like any of the air bubbles. And we're going to take the seeds and just spray them over it on top. So here it is, and it is ready to be baked in the oven that we've preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. And we've only turned the oven on from the bottom bit. We will turn on the top bit towards the end of the baking stage. And now we bake it from 35 to 40 minutes. So we just took it out of the oven and it's still very hot. It took us a total of 50 minutes for the complete bake, and towards the last 10 minutes of the baking we turned the heat from the top bit so that it can get a nice golden brown crust. It smells amazing, and now we're just going to wait for it to cool down. So it has cooled down a little bit. It smells amazing. You can smell the cinnamon. So there is that, and also it is very soft, like and also it is I tasted it and it tastes really good. The seeds give it a nice texture variety. You get a little bit of the crunch, and the flavor is on its own, it's relatively plain. I feel like it will be a little better with some salted butter. You can also top it off with honey if you want a bit of sweetness. That is why we left it plain, so that we can customize it however we want, and because each of us has different tastes in this household. So this is the end of today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye!